everybody, and welcome to this reconvened licensing hearing panel. We're here today to discuss the application for review for premises licence for Jade Garden, 43 High Street, Chatham. So we'll commence where we sort of left off last time. I'll just remind everybody that we're going to follow the licensing hearing panel guidelines as much as we can. So we will start from the beginning again. So first of all, I'm just going to ask everybody to introduce themselves, and then your colleague on Teams as well. So I'm Councillor Fern, and I'm the chairman of this panel today.
Good morning. I'm Councillor Jo Howcroft-Scott, and I'm a panel member.
Nicola Couchman, Democratic Services, and I'll be keeping a record of the meeting.
I'm Emily Lane-Blackwell, the Assistant Licensing Manager for Gresham and Medway Shared Licensing Service.
Harry Taylor, Chief Immigration Officer.
Joyce, I'm Joyce White. I'm the interpreter for today's meeting.
Hello, my name is Sun Xin Ki.
My name is Xue Yan Chen.
Good morning. My name is Hugh Shepherd. I am counsel and I appear for the licensees.
Thank you, Krishna, the legal advisor to the committee.
Sorry,
My name is Sharon from Victoria Solicitors Limited.
Member of the panel.
Sorry, Sharon, if you could just introduce yourself again.
Yep, no problem. Sharon from Victoria Solicitors Limited, the instructing solicitors for Ms. Chen and Mr. Kerr.
Great, thank you very much. Okay, so we'll move on to section 2, and that's for the licensing officer. So I'll ask Emily to briefly outline the review of the application.
Thank you very much, Chair. So on the 10th of June 2024, the Licensing Department received an application for a review of the premises licence from the Home Office Immigration Team for Jade Garden at 43 High Street, Chatham. The review is in relation to the prevention of crime and disorder objective, where upon visiting the premises, the immigration officers came across illegal working. A copy of the application and the supporting documents can all be found from page 19 of the original agenda pack. No representations were received during the consultation, and no additional evidence at that time was received from either party. The hearing was originally arranged for the 23rd of July. However, due to sickness, the premises licence holder was unable to attend, and the panel made the decision to adjourn. The panel reconvened on the 20th of August. However, the premises licence attended and then requested an adjournment to arrange legal counsel, and this was granted. The hearing was reconvened on the 3rd of September. The solicitors for the premises licence holder submitted evidence within less than 24 hours of the hearing. So the panel made the decision that with the information in that and to request Home Office to go away and find further information, that we would adjourn the hearing again. So we're here again today, and it is for the panel to decide on the outcome of the review of this application. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much, Emily. So I'm just going to call on you now, Harry, as the applicant for asking us to review the licence, if you can just speak in support of why you brought this to us today.
Thank you very much, Chair. Can I first confirm that the committee members have had time to read the submission pack and the further reps that we submitted? Perfect. In that case, I don't propose to read through the full pack or the full further representations, but I'll make a couple of key points before I summarise the case. So the ability to work legally is a key driver of illegal migration. It encourages people to break the UK's immigration laws and provides the practical means for migrants to remain unlawfully in the UK. It encourages people to take risks in trying to enter the UK illegally by putting their lives in the hands of unscrupulous people smugglers and leaves them vulnerable to exploitative employers. Illegal working results in businesses that are not playing by the rules and undercutting legitimate businesses that are. It also negatively impacts the wages of lawful workers and can be linked to other labour market abuse such as tax evasion, breach of national minimum wage and exploitative working conditions. Working illegally is a criminal offence, and on conviction in England and Wales, an illegal worker may receive a custodial sentence of up to 6 months and an unlimited fine. Employing illegal workers undermines the licence objectives, specifically the prevention of crime and disorder. Immigration enforcement do not drive around looking for businesses to target. We're intelligence-led, and there has to be significant concerns for the action incoming intelligence. We do not routinely refer to seek a licence review, but we do in selected cases where we have heightened concerns. So now on to this particular case. So in this case, we have 5 people who were found to be working illegally. Immigration enforcement received an allegation of illegal workers being employed at the premises, and as a result, an enforcement team visited them on the 10th of December 2023. On arrival, several persons were seen to attempt to run from the premises. Multiple persons were arrested at the address, including 3 that attempted to run. They are detailed in the review pack. So, the first worker stated that she did not have the right to, did not work at the address, but that she was helping out. She stated to officers she had been there for around a month, confirmed her role was to cook and package the food. While she maintained that she didn't work there and only helped out, she stated she received food, clothing and accommodation in return for helping out. She also stated that the employer did not ask for any proof of her right to work in the UK, and that the employer was fully aware she did not have the right to work. The second person was encountered at the front of the premises and was seen by officers to be taking orders. When questioned, she stated she doesn't really work here, but helps out. She stated in return for helping out, she is provided with accommodation. She further stated she had been helping for around 3 weeks and she covers Friday, Saturday and Sunday. She stated her role was passing orders into the kitchen. The third worker was encountered in the kitchen area of the restaurant, stated that he was not there working, but couldn't explain why they were found in the kitchen. Home Office checks revealed that they had no right to work in the UK. They stated to officers that the boss knew that he knew the boss and that he worked at the boss's other business and that the boss had asked him to come to Jade Garden. This led officers to believe that he was working at Jade Garden despite him claiming that this wasn't the case. The fourth worker was encountered trying to abscond from the rear of the business. Checks revealed that he also had no right to work. He stated to officers he did not work at the premises, however stated he helps out. He was also observed to be wearing clothing covered in food debris. Front of house staff then stated to officers that he did in fact work at the premises. He was evasive during questioning, answering officers by saying, "I don't know." The fifth worker also encountered trying to abscond from the rear of the business. Checks also revealed no right to work in the UK. They admitted to officers that he has been working at the premises for around 3 weeks, stated he works 3 days a week for roughly 10 hours, stated that the role included cooking and cleaning, paid every 2 weeks, but does not know if the boss conducted any right to work checks. So I'll now touch upon the additional representations that were submitted prior to the previous hearing and our subsequent reply.
Can I just stop you there? I think that needs to be in closed session because that's...
Is that on blue papers then? Yeah.
Yes, we need to go into closed session.
Okay, so we're now, sorry for the exclusion, we're now back to open session and we're on section 9 of the licensing hearing panel here, and we're going to go around for everybody to sum up now. So Harry, we'll let you go first.
Thank you, Chair. I'll try to keep it short this time. So Section 182 guidance at point 11.27 outlines certain criminal activity that may arise in connection with licensed premises, which should be treated particularly seriously. This includes employing a person who is disqualified from that work by reason of their immigration status in the UK. Point 11.28 states that where a review arises from such activity, the licensing authority determines that the crime prevention objective is being undermined through the premises being used for further crimes. It is expected that revocation of the licence, even in the first instance, should be considered. So the Home Office doesn't wish to be involved in unnecessarily restricting genuine community services, such as successful pubs, restaurants or shops. However, there are concerns over the way that this business was being run, as we have discussed. There needs to be some remedy to that behaviour and a significant way of ensuring that it will not be repeated. This should also serve a clear message to other businesses who are fully compliant with relevant legislation that satisfactory action has been taken. The statutory guidance that I've just mentioned offers some suggestions, and your legal advisor will be able to do so as well. And you'll have your own views and concerns to consider. As described, 5 illegal workers were encountered during the enforcement visit, and there's strong evidence of illegal working being committed in relation to the premises. It's been sufficiently serious that immigration enforcement have decided to proceed with a licence review, and furthermore, given the further information that was submitted in the pack relating to the other premises, we are of the opinion that Mr. Key has consistently failed to uphold the prevention of crime and disorder objective, and we've lost faith in Mr. Key in being able to uphold this objective, and we can see no measures that could be imposed that would rectify the issue. So Immigration Enforcement have presented this evidence to inform yourselves, the Licensing Committee's considerations, and to draw to your attention the significant risk of the prevention of crime and disorder being undermined. And in line with the guidance, the Home Office is seeking that the subcommittee considers revoking the premises licence. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. So now we'll come to you guys as licence holders. So Mr. Shepherd, did you want to go first, and then we'll have Sharon, and then any further summing up?
Yes, thank you, Chair. My clients have clearly had a shock from the intervention by the immigration enforcement authorities. They do now appreciate that they are not allowed to simply help people in the position of the individuals who were at the premises when the immigration officers visited, and they are determined to uphold the objectives, the licensing objectives. They repeat their submission that revoking the license would be disproportionate, given that it appears that only one person was found to be unlawfully employed. They do appreciate the distinction between people who are simply working, whether or not they're being paid, and those who are in a more permanent employment relationship, and they are not prepared to accept offers of assistance from members of their own community who would be putting them in a position of being in breach of the prohibition on employing people who have no right to be in the United Kingdom. Accordingly, they invite the panel not to revoke the license, and they are certainly prepared to undertake all the necessary checks to ensure that when they do take on a worker, they are taking on someone who is properly employable in the UK.
Okay, thank you. Sharon, would you like to sum up?
No, I have no further statements to be added. No.
Okay, would you be kind enough just to ask the licence holders if they have anything further they'd like to add before we take our decision?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Sorry,
Hello?
can you translate that to them? Sorry.
OK，陈小姐听得到吗？
可以。
好，所以基本上你这边你有什么需要加下去给 counselor 知道的吗？
我有，但是是你翻译对吗？
Counselor, am I going to translate for Miss Chen?
Yes, please.
OK，是。
我想说的是，我就是之前没有请黑工，之后也不会请黑工，因为我也知道他的那个就是法律。然后我因为是有就是2个小孩子要养，所以我希望他们能就是网开一面，让他们就是证明我就是这个酒牌的重要性。
Okay, counselor. So what she is trying to say is that she has not employed any illegal worker before in Jade Garden, and she will not employ an illegal worker in Jade Garden because she understands the importance of it and she understands the law. And in addition to this, she said that she appreciates the importance of having this alcohol license, and she said that it's very important to her business. She's got her children in the family to put food on the table as well. And she said that she will always maintain the licensing objective, which is to make sure that, the society is in order, and she will not use this alcohol license to sort of like create any problems. She said she would have never thought of that and she will not do it. That's pretty much what she's trying to tell you, and she hopes that the council today can be compassionate towards her situation and to forgive her this time, and she will try to do better to prove herself.
所以我希望他们能够网开一面，让我就是证明之后会做得更好。
So she said that she is trying, so she hopes that the council would be compassionate towards her situation, and she will perform better. She will not do anything like create problems from the alcohol license, and she will do better to prove herself.
Great, thank you very much. So that is the end of this part of the hearing. So I'm just going to ask everybody to leave. So Chloe will be in touch with you, Sharon, with what she wants you to do to come when we need you back on live stream for decision. But if I could just ask everybody to leave the room while we... Thank you, everybody. So for clarification, Sharon, the interpreter has now left and she's not here. So if you'd like to interpret back to licence holder at the end, I'd be most grateful.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Thank you very much. So, okay, thank you everybody for attending the licensing hearing panel today for Jade Garden. We appreciate everybody's contribution, both written and verbal. We have reached a decision, and the decision is that we are going to suspend the licence for a period of 3 calendar months, and we require the licence holders to undertake licensing training on licensing objectives from a licensing training provider and provide evidence to Medway Council's licensing team before the end of the 3-month suspension. A recommendation from the panel also is that the licensing holders contact the employer's help desk, ACAS, for further training and guidance on employment law and immigration rules and regulations. From our perspective, what the last thing we would say is, if we have this particular thing back to us, we may well take a different view in the future. Some very serious allegations. Let's hope we can move forward and these measures address the issue. So thank you everybody, and that meeting is now closed. So Sharon, if you'd like to feed back to the licence holders offline. Thank you.
Yeah, should I do it now?